Okay, in this video, we're going to be talking about growth mindset. Now, this is a really important. Oh shoot! Okay, my camera's pointing the wrong way. 1 second. Growth mindset. This is a really important idea. This idea speaks to the value or a perspective or philosophy that I think is really important when talking with anyone, when talking with your mentees, and it has to do with how we see development and how we understand the concept of intelligence and how we interpret failure and setbacks. And there's going to be some articles that I'll get you to take a look at on this topic. But just briefly, what I want to tell you is that, growth mindset at its heart is this idea that we can all eventually get to where we want to go. It's just that the route there usually involves work. And I mean, that's a pretty simple idea, probably something that you don't really have a lot of trouble with, right? But we don't always think that way. We sometimes have these notions about ourselves where we think that maybe our ability or our potential is fixed, that, maybe we were born with a certain capacity to be able to reach a certain level of achievement. That's really just not true. A lot of the times when we have these ideas about ourselves or other people thinking, hey, they just can't do it, they've never been able to do it, I've never been able to do it, it's that really they maybe just haven't put in the right kind of work. It's because it's not always about more work, it's about finding the right kind of strategy that's going to work for you. And of course, it's always incremental, right? You don't sit down with a musical instrument and day one, you're really, really good at it, right? There's all sorts of practice and work that goes into it. And if you have ever played a musical instrument, you might have had this experience of hammering away at some kind of a technique, some kind of a song, and it's just not clicking, and you work at it, you put it down, and you come back at it later, and then it clicks for you. And a lot of different things are like that. And growth mindset also talks about, what does failure mean? Failure in growth mindset isn't proof, isn't indication that you're incapable of something. It's more just telling you that, hey, you need to take a look at your process. You need to take a look at the strategies that you're using and learn from that setback or failure. And growth mindset, I think, is an incredible way to approach being a student. It's an incredible way to approach being a mentor. Because if you can really build that belief, if you yourself believe it and you can make other people believe it, well, then we're going to want to put in effort to improve at things. We don't tend to want to improve, or rather, we don't tend to want to put effort into things if we don't feel like it's going to lead to improvement. But if we believe that the work that we will put into something might actually yield some sort of a tangible benefit, then we're going to put that work in. So read some of the articles. I can't remember if I chose one or more that you'll read about growth mindset. And again, I think this is a really important one. I think this is something that you really want to learn, you want to keep in mind, and you want to be using as a mentor.